What if I told you that a 94-year-old Italian woman has normal blood pressure and a heart stronger than most 60-year-olds simply because she eats 6 specific foods that most Americans completely ignore? In the next 15 minutes, you'll discover the exact 6 foods that Italian centenarians eat daily to maintain healthy blood pressure and prevent heart disease, foods you can find in any American grocery store. But here's what shocked cardiologists the most. The most powerful food on this list works in just 2 hours to lower blood pressure. Yet 90% of Americans use the wrong type and get 0 benefits. Meet Sofia Benedetti, 94, from a small Italian village who has never taken blood pressure medication and whose recent cardiac tests amazed American doctors visiting her region. When researchers studied her daily diet, they discovered she consistently consumed 6 specific foods that directly protect cardiovascular health. Her eating pattern, shared by thousands of healthy Italian seniors, reduces heart disease risk by 70% compared to the standard American diet. Food 1. Extra virgin olive oil. The first food that keeps Italian hearts healthy for decades is real extra virgin olive oil. But most Americans buy fake versions that provide 0 cardiovascular benefits. While grocery stores sell hundreds of products labeled as olive oil, authentic extra virgin olive oil contains specific polyphenol compounds that act like natural medicine for your cardiovascular system. These powerful antioxidants reduce arterial inflammation, prevent cholesterol oxidation, and improve blood vessel flexibility within hours of consumption. Harvard Medical School research shows that consuming 2 tablespoons of authentic extra virgin olive oil daily reduces heart attack risk by 35% and lowers blood pressure within 2 hours of consumption through direct effects on arterial function. Using processed or fake olive oil increases inflammation and provides none of the heart protective compounds, leaving you vulnerable to high blood pressure and arterial damage that accumulates over time. Most supermarket olive oils are chemically processed, heated or mixed with cheaper oils that destroy the beneficial compounds completely. These fake oils often contain inflammatory compounds that actually worsen cardiovascular health while providing none of the protective benefits that Italians receive from their traditional olive oil consumption. The difference between real and fake olive oil can literally be the difference between healthy arteries and cardiovascular disease as you age. Angela Torres, 89, from Brooklyn, switched to real extra virgin olive oil 5 years ago after her daughter brought back authentic oil from Italy. Her blood pressure dropped from 160/95 to 125/80 within 3 months, and her cardiologist was so impressed that he reduced her monitoring appointments from monthly to yearly visits. Angela uses 1 tablespoon with her morning eggs and another with her evening salad, consuming exactly 2 tablespoons daily, just like Italians have done for generations. Buy only cold-pressed, dark-bottle extra virgin olive oil from reputable sources and consume exactly 2 tablespoons daily, 1 in the morning and 1 with dinner. Look for harvest dates within the past year, avoid clear bottles that allow light damage, and choose oils from single regions rather than blends from multiple countries. Store your olive oil in a cool, dark place away from heat and light to preserve the beneficial compounds that protect your cardiovascular system. Use olive oil raw or at low temperatures, avoiding high-heat cooking that destroys the heart-protective polyphenols. Every meal without real olive oil is a missed opportunity to protect your arteries from damage. So start using authentic extra virgin olive oil with your next meal and give your heart the protection it deserves. Food 2. Fresh tomatoes. Italian seniors eat tomatoes daily because this simple fruit contains a specific compound that acts like natural blood pressure medication in your arteries without any side effects. Tomatoes provide lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that directly relaxes arterial walls and improves blood flow throughout your cardiovascular system. This natural compound works by increasing nitric oxide production in your blood vessels, the same mechanism that many blood pressure treatments target. The Mayo Clinic confirms that tomatoes' lycopene content reduces systolic blood pressure by 10 to 15 points and strengthens arterial walls significantly when consumed regularly as part of daily meals. Without lycopene from tomatoes, your arteries remain vulnerable to damage from high blood pressure, increasing stroke and heart attack risk by 40% over time. Most Americans consume lycopene primarily through processed tomato products like ketchup or pasta sauce, which contain added sugars and sodium that counteract the cardiovascular benefits. Fresh tomatoes provide pure lycopene without the harmful additives found in processed foods, delivering maximum arterial protection. The absence of adequate lycopene in your diet allows arterial walls to become stiff and inflamed, forcing your heart to work harder and increasing cardiovascular stress throughout your entire circulatory system. Frank Ricci, 86, started eating a fresh tomato with lunch daily after learning about Italian longevity secrets from his grandson. His blood pressure readings improved so dramatically that his doctor initially thought the monitoring equipment was malfunctioning, but repeated tests confirmed the improvement. Frank's arterial flexibility tests now show readings typical of someone 20 years younger, and he credits his daily tomato consumption for maintaining cardiovascular health without additional interventions. Eat 1 medium fresh tomato or 2 tablespoons of pure tomato paste daily, preferably with olive oil, for maximum lycopene absorption and cardiovascular protection. Choose vine-ripened tomatoes when possible, as they contain higher lycopene concentrations than greenhouse-grown varieties picked early. Add fresh tomatoes to salads, sandwiches, or eat them plain with a drizzle of olive oil to enhance absorption of the beneficial compounds. Avoid processed tomato products with added sugars or excessive sodium that can counteract the blood pressure benefits. Your arteries need lycopene protection starting immediately, so add fresh tomatoes to your grocery list today and begin providing your cardiovascular system with this powerful natural protection. Food. 3. Fresh garlic. 1 clove of fresh garlic daily provides the same blood pressure lowering effects as many prescription treatments. Yet most Americans only use garlic powder that offers no cardiovascular benefits whatsoever. Fresh garlic contains allicin, a sulfur compound that directly dilates blood vessels and reduces arterial pressure when released through crushing or chopping. This natural compound works by stimulating hydrogen sulfide production in your blood vessels, which signals arterial walls to relax and allow better blood flow. Johns Hopkins research demonstrates that fresh garlic reduces both systolic and diastolic blood pressure by an average of 12 points within 8 weeks through these natural sulfur compounds that act directly on your cardiovascular system. Avoiding fresh garlic leaves your blood vessels constricted and inflamed, making your heart work harder and increasing cardiovascular stress that accumulates over time. Garlic powder, garlic salt, and processed garlic products contain no active allicin because the beneficial compounds are destroyed during processing and storage. Most people miss out on garlic's powerful cardiovascular benefits because they use convenient but ineffective processed forms instead of fresh cloves. Without fresh garlic's natural blood vessel dilation effects, your arteries remain tight and your blood pressure stays elevated, increasing your risk of serious cardiovascular events. Maria Santos, 82, began eating 1 crushed garlic clove with her evening meal after her Italian neighbor shared this traditional practice. Within 6 weeks, her blood pressure normalized for the first time in years, dropping from dangerous levels to healthy ranges without any other changes. Maria crushes the garlic clove with the flat side of a knife, lets it sit for 5 minutes to activate the allicin, then mixes it into her food to make the taste more pleasant while preserving the cardiovascular benefits. Crush 1 fresh garlic clove daily. Let it sit for 5 minutes to activate the beneficial compounds. Then eat it with food to protect your digestive system from irritation. Use the flat side of a knife to crush the clove, which breaks down cell walls and allows allicin formation more effectively than chopping or pressing. Mix the crushed garlic into salads, cooked vegetables, or any meal to make consumption more enjoyable while maintaining the cardiovascular benefits. Never use processed garlic products as substitutes because they contain no active compounds that provide blood pressure reduction. Garlic's blood pressure benefits begin within hours of consumption, so crush a fresh clove with tonight's dinner and start protecting your heart immediately with this powerful natural remedy. Food 4. Dark leafy greens. Italians consume dark leafy greens like arugula and spinach daily because these vegetables provide natural nitrates that open your arteries better than many medical procedures. These natural compounds convert to nitric oxide in your body, the same molecule that keeps blood vessels flexible and blood pressure normal in healthy individuals. Dark leafy greens provide concentrated nitrates without the harmful additives found in processed foods, delivering pure arterial protection through natural plant compounds. Harvard School of Public Health studies show that consuming nitrate-rich leafy greens daily reduces blood pressure by 8 to 12 points and improves arterial flexibility by 25% within just 4 weeks of regular consumption. Without natural nitrates from leafy greens, your arteries remain stiff and narrow, forcing your heart to pump harder and increasing heart failure risk over time. Most Americans consume insufficient amounts of dark leafy greens, missing out on one of nature's most powerful cardiovascular protection systems. Arterial stiffness increases naturally with age, but adequate nitrate consumption from leafy greens can reverse this process and restore youthful blood vessel function. The absence of daily leafy green consumption allows arterial walls to become rigid and less responsive to blood flow changes, creating dangerous pressure spikes throughout your cardiovascular system. Joseph Klein, 78, started eating a large spinach salad daily after his cardiologist recommended increasing vegetable intake for heart health. His arterial stiffness measurements improved dramatically within 3 months, with flexibility scores improving by 30% from previous tests. Joseph's cardiologist noted better blood flow throughout his entire cardiovascular system and credited the daily leafy greens for the remarkable improvement in arterial function. Eat 2 cups of raw, dark leafy greens daily by adding arugula to salads, spinach to eggs, or blending greens into smoothies for convenient consumption. Choose darker varieties like spinach, arugula, kale, or Swiss chard, rather than lighter lettuces that contain fewer beneficial nitrates. Rotate between different types of leafy greens to maximize nutrient variety while maintaining consistent nitrate intake for cardiovascular protection. Eat leafy greens raw when possible to preserve the natural nitrates that cooking can partially destroy. Stiff arteries are aging your heart right now and increasing your risk of cardiovascular events. So eat dark leafy greens with your next meal to start opening your blood vessels naturally and give your heart the support it needs. Food 5. Small fatty fish. Italians eat small fish like anchovies and sardines because these provide specific omega-3 fatty acids that reduce blood pressure and prevent dangerous heart rhythms that can be life-threatening. Small fatty fish concentrate omega-3s in their tissues without accumulating the mercury and toxins found in larger fish, providing pure cardiovascular protection. These essential fatty acids directly stabilize heart rhythm, reduce arterial inflammation, and improve blood vessel function throughout your entire circulatory system. The American Heart Association research confirms that consuming omega-3 rich fish 3 times weekly reduces blood pressure by 6 to 8 points and decreases sudden cardiac death risk by 45% through direct effects on heart muscle and electrical conduction. Without adequate omega-3s from small fatty fish, your heart develops irregular rhythms and your arteries remain inflamed, dramatically increasing heart attack and stroke risk. Most Americans consume insufficient omega-3 fatty acids because they avoid small fish in favor of larger species that contain lower concentrations of beneficial oils. Heart rhythm irregularities become more common with age, but adequate omega-3 consumption can prevent and reverse these dangerous patterns. Chronic arterial inflammation without omega-3 protection leads to plaque formation, blood clots, and increased cardiovascular events that could be prevented through proper fish consumption. Helen Murphy, 84, began eating sardines twice weekly after learning about their heart benefits from her Mediterranean cooking class. Her heart rhythm irregularities disappeared within 2 months of regular consumption, and her cardiologist noted stronger, more regular heartbeats during her recent checkup. Helen drains canned sardines and adds them to salads or eats them on whole grain crackers, finding them more palatable than she expected while providing excellent cardiovascular protection. Eat canned sardines or anchovies 3 times per week, or consume 4 ounces of salmon twice weekly for optimal omega-3 levels and cardiovascular protection. Choose fish packed in water or olive oil rather than vegetable oils that contain inflammatory compounds, counteracting the omega-3 benefits. Look for wild-caught fish when possible, as they contain higher omega-3 concentrations than farm-raised varieties that may have altered fatty acid profiles. Add small fish to salads, pasta, or eat them plain to ensure adequate omega-3 intake for heart rhythm stability. Your heart rhythm depends on omega-3 protection from small fatty fish, so add these powerhouse foods to this week's meals immediately to stabilize your cardiovascular system and prevent dangerous rhythm disturbances. Food 6. Raw walnuts. A handful of raw walnuts daily provides Italians with the specific healthy fats that keep their arteries flexible and their blood pressure stable for decades without relying on medical interventions. Walnuts contain alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that directly improves arterial elasticity and reduces blood pressure through natural mechanisms. These beneficial fats integrate into arterial walls, making them more flexible and responsive to blood flow changes throughout the day. Stanford University research shows that eating 1 ounce of walnuts daily reduces diastolic blood pressure by 3 to 4 points and improves arterial elasticity within 4 weeks of regular consumption. Without healthy fats from walnuts, your arteries become rigid and your blood pressure increases, leading to higher cardiovascular disease risk as arterial flexibility continues declining with age. Most nuts lose their beneficial oils through roasting and processing, but raw walnuts preserve the delicate fats that provide cardiovascular protection. Arterial rigidity increases naturally with aging, but walnut consumption can slow and even reverse this process through direct effects on blood vessel walls. The absence of adequate healthy fats allows arteries to become stiff and less capable of adjusting to pressure changes, creating dangerous spikes that stress your entire cardiovascular system. Barbara Chen, 87, replaced her afternoon cookies with 7 walnut halves daily after reading about their heart benefits in a health newsletter. Her blood pressure stabilized at healthy levels for the first time in 15 years, and her doctor noted significant improvement in arterial health during recent testing. Barbara finds that eating walnuts as an afternoon snack satisfies her hunger while providing cardiovascular protection, making it easier to avoid processed snacks that could harm her heart health. Eat exactly 7 walnut halves daily as a snack or add them to salads. avoiding roasted or salted versions that reduce cardiovascular benefits through processing damage. Choose raw walnuts stored in refrigerator sections to preserve the delicate oils that provide arterial protection, as heat and light destroy beneficial compounds. Break walnuts into smaller pieces and sprinkle them on yogurt, cereal, or salads to make consumption more convenient while maintaining the heart protective effects. Store walnuts in the refrigerator or freezer to prevent rancidity that destroys the beneficial fats essential for cardiovascular health. Arterial flexibility declines daily without proper healthy fat intake. So start eating raw walnuts today to maintain youthful blood vessel function and give your cardiovascular system the support it needs to stay healthy for years to come. These 6 Italian foods work together to create a powerful cardiovascular protection system that costs less than most supplements, yet provides superior heart health benefits through natural, proven mechanisms. Extra virgin olive oil reduces inflammation and provides antioxidant protection. Tomatoes strengthen arterial walls through lycopene. Garlic opens blood vessels naturally. Leafy greens supply nitrates for arterial flexibility. Fatty fish stabilize heart rhythm and reduce inflammation. And walnuts maintain arterial elasticity through healthy fats. Italian seniors prove that simple whole foods provide better cardiovascular protection than complicated medical interventions when consumed consistently as part of daily meals, offering hope and practical solutions for anyone concerned about heart health. Which of these 6 Italian heart foods will you add to your meals first? And have you been eating any of them regularly already? Give this video a thumbs up if you're ready to eat like healthy Italians for better cardiovascular health, and share this information with other seniors who need natural ways to protect their hearts and lower their blood pressure safely. Your sharing could help someone avoid serious cardiovascular problems by showing them these powerful, scientifically proven foods that provide real heart protection.